Hello, this is practice exercise 17.3 depthSum. The problem reads, write a method depthSum that returns the sum of the values stored in a binary tree of integers weighted by the depth of each value. You should return the value of the overall root plus 2 times the value stored at the next level of the tree plus 3 times the value stored at the next level of the tree plus 4 times the values stored at the next level of the tree, and so on. For example, in the tree below, the sum would be computed as this. Okay, and assume that you are adding this method to the entry class as defined below. Okay, so we're basically just finding our depth, the sum of the depth. So we'll first start by adding our method. So public int depthSum. And then we're gonna again store this all in a private variable. So return depthSum, and then overall root. And then for this one, we're going to add a comma 1 because we already have the depth, regardless of how many branches we have. We already have one. And yep, that's for the main. And then now just do private, it's off, and then actually we'll just call this sum. We don't need to say depthSum. Int sum, and then we have int tree node, and we have our node, and then we have our level, right? So that's going to be like each level, so 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And then now we're gonna count for our null case first. So let's see. So it doesn't give us anything about not having anything. So we're just gonna assume that if our node is null, we're just gonna make that return 0. Okay, and then to find our depth, we're gonna return our level times how many we have, so the data of the node. So we can say node.data, which should give us all the values, so node.data. Then we're gonna add our depthSum, which is just so we can say sum since we changed that earlier. And then we can say node.left, comma, and then we can say level plus 1, because we have our level 1 regardless, like we mentioned earlier. And then we have our sum of our node right, and then comma level plus 1. Okay, and then just to go over the logic again, we're accounting for our null case where we're returning 0, and then to find our depthSum, we're going to get our level times our node data, and then we're going to get the sums of our left and right, and then we're going to account for the one that's already defaulted up here. Okay, so let's run it. And yep, all our test cases are passed. Let me know if you have any questions, but otherwise, that's all for this problem.